No, it's not that bad, and your life is not over. Better. No, your life is not over, it's not that bad, and I know heartache can feel really bad, but it's not here to stay. Let's look at it this way. The Research Foundation for the State of New York conducted this study and found out that women are prone to feeling more heartache and they suffer more after a breakup than men, physically, emotionally, mentally, but then they recover fully. But men, they do not recover fully always. When I say it's going to be okay and this feeling here, it's not going to stay, it's all scientific. But whilst we are feeling these feelings, let's see how we can make this better. Number one, it is okay to grieve and mourn. There are 7 stages of grief: shock and disability, denial, anger, bargain, depression, testing, and acceptance. So, these feelings, unfortunately, everyone will feel after a breakup or after any form of grief. And unfortunately, there's no cheat sheet or there's no one sock fits all the how long you're going to feel it. You could be spending 10 days on one of these stage, or somebody could be just spending 2 hours on one of these stage and can get past it. But unfortunately, we will go through all of these, but fortunately towards the end it's always going to be okay. And after going through all these stages, you are going to get to a place where you're fully healed and where you're over the situation. The most important step obviously is to grieve. If you really want to fully heal, you need to grieve the loss of that individual you thought is going to be your life partner, the loss of that individual you thought you're going to share everything in life with. To mourn for that person, mourn for those memories, you have to spend some time with those big feelings. And you can do it for as long as you want. You can stay in your bed, you can eat ice cream, you can listen to sad music, you can watch sad movies, you can feel sad, you can feel you don't want to do stuff. It is all fine, but only till a point. You do whatever you want to do to feel the depths of your emotion. The more you're willing to feel the depths of your emotion, the quicker you'll come out of those emotions. But at the same time, you need to give yourself the timeline to get over those emotions. You cannot be spending your whole life grieving. That's what I meant, that you need to come out of those emotions. It can be whatever, it can be a day, a week, a month, a year, whatever you feel is the right amount of time for you to process those emotions, feel and heal. But after that, things needs to change. After that, we move, we leave the bed, we groom ourselves, we do little by little things that we like, we rebuild our own selves. Maybe we change the bed sheets, we go for small walks, we get our nails done, we do a little bit of grooming, we start picking ourselves up, pieces of ourselves that we've just lost along the way that we never wanted to, and start taking charge. And whilst we are in this phase, the mind will try to convince us of all the good things about that relationship, of all the joy, the fun, the exciting parts of it. And it will mask all the bad things in the name of nostalgia. So in this case, we need to do a small little thing for ourselves. We need to write down a list of everything that was wrong, everything you felt was not right for you, all the things that went down when you were let down, when you didn't feel emotionally fulfilled, satisfied. So when the brain is trying to manipulate you, when the brain is trying to bargain with you that, oh, these things were good and these things were so nice and fairy tale like, you have that list that you can refer to. You know exactly why you're not in that situation now. You know exactly why you cannot call, text, message, check on that person, why it's all over. The problem with nostalgia is it will mask everything that has happened. It will not remind you of the bad stuff. It will only remind you of the good stuff. It's a bargain that you will have with your own self. It's a constant battle that you'll feel. You'll miss them because you'll only remember the good things and your brain will forget the bad ones. And when you are with them, you will feel all the bad things because that is unfortunately the reality. So you have to write it all down. Write every single bit of it. So every time your brain is telling you otherwise, you know. You exactly know. This ties beautifully with the second point, cut them off. They should not be on your Instagram. They should not even be on your email list. You should not have their phone number. They should be blocked. All photos deleted. All sentimental gifts, get rid of them. All videos, memories deleted, cut, block. You do not need to check on them after the breakup. They are fine, you are fine, you are moving in two different directions. It does not need to collide now at any point. There's a reason, it's all in the past. It should stay in the past. And in order for you to move on, these feelings, these people from the past, they do not need to linger in your present and in your future. So why do you want to check on them? There's just no reason. Try not to dwell on the past feelings too much. Remember, you've processed that it's over. Now it's time to move on. And in order to move on, you do not need any connection with them, even if it's passive. So should be blocked from your email list. You should not be able to hear about them from any source. You need to set those boundaries with your friends, with your family, or whoever your mutuals is, that you do not need to know what they are up to. If you really want to move on, they should not exist. Because what's the point? They are not in your life for a reason, for all the disrespect, for all the discomfort they've caused you. You do not need to know anything about them. But this discomfort, this present moment, temporary discomfort, will thank you forever in your life later on. Number 3, focus your time on things that matter to you. Especially in the beginning, you need to be busy. You really need to be busy. Once you're done with the grieving process, fill up your calendar. You cannot let your brain go down that spiral of all the emotions, because again, as I said, nostalgia. It will mask all the bad things. It will come in the form of all the happy and the good. And we cannot afford to be in a situation where we think, maybe it was not that bad. Maybe I just overreacted. Maybe I just felt things differently. No. Whatever you felt, it's correct. Whatever you felt, that's exactly how you were supposed to feel. So now, let's just not go down that path, because sometimes we actually put ourselves in the back seat, see things with a rose-tinted, heart-shaped glasses. These glasses need to come off, and it's not going to be an easy process if you have free time and if you do not have anyone or anything else to do. So the best thing right now to do is keep yourself busy so you don't go down that self-pity roller coaster. Go out with your friends, find local communities, get in touch with your family, friends, anybody. Just fill up your calendar, do things that you like, start going out for walks, listening to podcasts, learning a new hobby, anything that you like. You need to fill your calendar at this point especially. Because once you do all of these things throughout the day and once your head is on the pillow, you will fall asleep because you've tired yourself out, instead of wandering with these unnecessary thoughts that are not going to lead you anywhere. And remember, not getting a closure is a closure enough. Don't go seeking answers now. The lack of respect, closure. The list that you made earlier, closure. Number 4, trust your intuition, trust your perception. That's all the answers you need. That's everything for you. Whatever they did wrong, whatever you felt was not right, is right. That is exactly what you need to trust. You don't need to trust anything else. You don't need to seek any more answers. But at the same time, we need to be honest with ourselves as well. We need to see where we did wrong. What are the things that could have been avoided by us? Because these things we do not want to carry forward to the next relationships, to other relationships in our life. Because end of the day, these mistakes, we don't want them to become a pattern. Which brings me to the last point. Number 5, figure out the pattern. See the kind of people you attract. See the kind of attachment you have. Is there a specific kind of people you get attracted to? Are you attracting the same kind of people and problems in your life? What is your attachment style? That is so important to know. What exactly are you attracted to? Once you know what your attachment style is, you will solve so many problems for yourself, because once you know it, you can work on it and get the F out of it and move on for once and for all from the similar situations. So you will never find yourself stuck in the same exact situation ever again. So it's not just deleting those pictures and cutting them off. It's also doing a bit of introspection to figure out how are we letting the similar kind of people into our life and see what they say about us. And remember, healing is not a linear process. One day is going to feel everything is good, everything's under control. The second day, you're going to be hit with the rock and you'll be like, I will never get out of this feeling. It is not linear. However, you were okay before, you will be okay again. It's just a matter of waiting it out. It's just a matter of having trust in your own self. And whilst this video has been discussed keeping romantic relationships, it applies to all the relationships, to friendships, to family, to extended family relationships, colleagues, all kinds of relationships. When you need to move out, or when you need to move on from a kind of relationship, when you need to end a relationship, all of this will imply and apply to every single one of them. And end of the day, do what is best for you. If you are not in that relationship anymore, it's because that is the best thing for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash a big thumbs up. If you want to stick around, don't forget to subscribe to my channel below, and I shall see you same time next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.